everybody, this is Judy at Judy in the Kitchen. Today we're talking about eggplant and how to prepare your eggplant to get ready to use it. Not a hard thing to do. You want to give it a good wash for sure, and then take a sharp knife and cut both ends off, and then it will be ready to go from there. Now if you're going to slice your eggplant, you may or may not opt to peel it. Okay, the peel is edible. Some people peel, some people don't. But one thing to bear in mind is that the larger the eggplant is, the tougher the peel will be. So even if you don't mind eating the peel, if it's a very large one, you may opt to peel it anyway because it may be just a little bit tough. Now, eggplants will turn dark very readily after they have been cut. So one way to help minimize that would be to sprinkle them with a little bit of lemon juice or even vinegar, and that acid will help to retard the darkening of it. Now, another thing is that eggplant can be a little bit bitter at times, depending upon how big it is and what eggplant you've got. To help minimize the bitterness in there, you can cut your eggplant in any way that you intend to use it, whether it's sliced or small pieces, and then sprinkle it with salt. And it can be a small amount of salt or a large amount of salt if you really want it to sweat. And then make sure it's coated really well, and then just allow it to sit for 15 to 20 minutes, and it's going to sweat a lot of liquid out of it. Now there's two things that you can do. One, you do need to kind of get some of that sweaty juice off of there, and you can blot it dry with a paper towel if you didn't overly salt it, because that salt is still going to be on there. Or if you salted it a lot, you can actually just rinse it under running water and then dry your eggplant off and then go from there. But one thing to note is anytime you salt it, whether you've blotted it dry with a paper towel, certainly in that point, or if you've rinsed it with water, you may not have gotten all of the water off of it. So when you use it for your recipe, be careful with adding salt into the recipe, because you've already added salt to the eggplant. It may have absorbed some of that salt during the sweating process. Maybe you didn't wash it all off with water, or maybe you just blotted it dry with the paper towel, in which case that salt is still going to be there. So if you salt it, just beware that you don't want to add a lot of salt at that point afterwards in your recipe. So you want to taste and be sure that you're salting it and seasoning it appropriately so you don't overdo it. Let me know if you have any questions or comments below. This is Judy at Judy in the Kitchen. Bye for now.